You know, Brendan, a lot of people settle for just okay or enough. We're not those guys, are we, Brendan?
I don't think so.
You know why? Because we're a couple big dick bandits, big dick bandits, big dick bandits. We want more. Oh, big dick bandits, big dick bandits, big dick bandits. We want more. Always more. Never settling more. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Brendan Schaub and Bryan the Kid Callen.
As
I got
usual.
a text from Brendan today, this over the weekend that I got a kick out of.
What? I send you multiple
You sent me some
texts.
texts that cracked me up this weekend. One was, went on a 7-mile walk with my dad. My back is locked up. Night ruined.
Dude.
You're not made to walk. You're not made for endurance sports. You're made to
No, I like endurance sports.
Yeah, but
and I have
your
good
feet
cardio.
are relatively small for your giant body.
Well, we're a size 13, 14, so
right.
not that small.
Well, okay, but
I'm only 6'4".
I know, but if I had to
size
trudge,
13?
if I got to move across the
Hashtag
desert,
big dick. Anyways, you know what the thing is? So my dad was in town, or still is in town, and he's been here 1,000 times, but you would think every time he comes, it's new. So he wants to, like, explore and see all the tourist stuff.
Oh, God.
I can't remember. When you lived in Venice, how many times did you go down the boardwalk and walk amongst the Venice feet and, like, all the street performers and stuff?
That's the worst, and I'll tell you why. I'm afraid I'm going to catch hepatitis.
Oh, yeah. I was afraid of AIDS or SARS.
Yeah.
I mean, you go down there, it's
It's
fun.
It's a dusty place.
It's fun to see. It's I'd say it's colorful.
There are a lot
That's
of
why you say real sketchy. It's colorful.
Yeah, there are a lot of skaters down there. The people that are down there, you look at them and you're like, they're wearing like a bunch of clothing, and you're like, if I threw an apple at your midsection right now, you would disappear into a cloud of dust. Just a cloud of dust. Just dusty people.
It's just a weird, like, kind of like hustler,
bohemian,
creepy vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I go into down one of these alleys, I'm gonna die for sure.
Well, makeshift tents with like somebody's like, I can align your chakras and massage the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute, dude. What went wrong in your life?
Do people do you know if people have to get permits to perform there?
I think so. You don't have to have a permit to have dreadlocks for a beard, though. A lot of them have. When you have a beard that's dreaded, that's when you know you're like, something's going on with you, bro.
It smells like BO and Spencer's, that gift shop in the mall.
And incense.
and strobe lights.
Yes, strobe lights, incense, and it smells like
And
communism.
Spencer's.
A lot of communism.
And pure BO.
Yeah.
And weed, right?
Yes. A lot
So
of weed.
my dad, what we did, we walked from Marina Del Rey all through there. He does it, and my dad stops at every street performer. Oh, we've seen him 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I basically grew
The guy
up,
with the boa
I
constrictors.
basically grew up in Venice. My dad brought us here all the time. We've
really?
seen it 1,000 times. Oh, he stops at the one-man band. He'll stop, talk to the guy on the roller skates with a guitar who's been there for 40 years.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
He stops with the dancers. You know, the guys giving out their music CDs, who still has CDs.
Yep.
Those guys, my dad goes, my man takes these, like, any good? I'm like, oh my God, please stop.
Yep.
So we walk all through there, all through Santa Monica, all the way down to the pier. And I'm like, oh, thank God, my feet are killing me. I don't walk this much, man. No. Oh, and I'm in a tank top, and I have the worst tan lines ever. Sun's beaming down on me. Oh, and I'm going off 2 hours of sleep, and was up at 5:30 a.m. for jiu-jitsu with Lyoto and Henner.
Nothing worse. Your back must have been
Back just
screaming.
seized up. And then, so we're walking down. I'm like, yeah, we have to be close to the end here, turning around. Dad wants to go down 3rd Street. So walk up to 3rd Street, Santa Monica. Walk up and down 3rd Street. I'm like, dang. And I was trying to be tough. You know, I don't want to complain. I never complain. We start walking back, and I can barely take. My feet have blisters all over them. And my back's seizing up. So I just go, hey, Dad, I'm just going to stretch real quick.
I'm going to go to an emergency room right
He
now.
goes, you all
get an
right?
IV.
I went, yeah. So we sit down literally for maybe 2 minutes. My dad goes, you all right? Is this walking getting to you? He goes, I can walk all day. I went, yeah. I bet
Thanks,
you can."
Dad. You win.
In my head, I was thinking, I'm just going to order an Uber and dip out. That's what I wanted to do. Just order an Uber and be like, see ya.
It's funny how painful walking like that can be.
What?
Whoa, in
finally,
the sun?
Finally, we get back, and I was just like, I'll see you later. Going off 2 hours of sleep. I went, okay, see you later. Went home and that's when I text you.
Yeah.
I was exhausted.
Night ruined.
It'd be better for me if I could run. If I can run, I'm fine. It's literally walking me. I don't know why.
I'm the same way.
I'm sure someone knows why.
I cannot walk. It's the worst. Street performers.
The thing was, the reason why my feet got so messed up, I'm not that big of a baby, but I had some new Chucks. some new Chucks, and they have flat bottoms.
Chucks suck
There's
for walking.
Hey, freaking Cons. How about you make some air in those things, huh? It's
How about
2015.
some arch support?
Something. They're just flat bottom.
Oh.
That's why I got the blisters.
It's like walking on two mattresses. That sucks. Two soft mattresses. Bloom, bloom.
What were you going to say about the street
Yeah, the
performers?
pad.
Dude, not good, man.
Oh, the worst. I was thinking about street performers. Like, there's always a juggler who's juggling bowling pins. There are things
singers.
about every
singers.
everything, every festival, like every strip like that, wherever you go, where there's that. It's just there's always people with dreaded beards and face tattoos. Two things I don't trust. And then there's just always this like, a guy who's juggling and another guy with boa constrictors. He's always got two boa constrictors, maybe a guy with a parrot. It's still these people with these weird animals, and
It'd
they're
be
just
nice to
hanging
talk
out.
to him. It'd be nice to talk to him like, what's the plan, my man?
There's no plan.
What's the plan?
There's no
Or
plan.
how did you get to this point? When were you? I mean,
That's what I mean.
Was he sitting in class and just being like, "This is some bullshit"? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking grow out these dreads. I'm just not gonna shower anymore.
Buy a couple boa
I'm
constrictors.
gonna buy some sweet ass tank tops, and I'm gonna buy that giant snake I've always wanted, and move down to Venice, and just fucking hang out and have people touch the snake and pay me.
I'm gonna loaf. I'm gonna
do
loaf.
nothing.
What do you do? I loaf with a snake. I loaf.
You gotta imagine they make decent money.
I don't know.
I bet they do because it's all cash,
Well,
not taxed.
it's funny you said it because I was in New York City and I'm eating breakfast at this cool little kind of near Union Square, like at a cool little cafe, really good food, kind of those bohemian places, the kind of stuff you and I go in, like reclaimed wood and stuff, good coffee, you can smell it. So I'm eating this great meal, and there's a dude, kind of a good-looking guy with a sort of a goatee, and he's kind of loud though. He's like, but in a nice way. He's like, "Oh, thank you." She gives him the eggs and the bacon. "Thank you. This is great. Ah, lucky me. More butter. Ah, lucky me." And I was like, "Ooh,
I hate
this
people
is
like
strange."
that.
I was like, "This is getting a little weird." And I start to, and he says something to me, and I talk to him, and he goes, "How good is this, huh? How lucky do you feel?" I was like, "Oh no, it's good." He goes, "Yeah, man, great day out. God, we had the worst winter." Talking. I said, get to the point. And I say, he said, "Where do you live?" I go, "L.A." He goes, "I lived in L.A. for a long time. Had a motorcycle accident. I had to come out here." I said,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, right. I go, "That's weird. Had a motorcycle accident. Had to come out here."
That's why you moved out here.
He goes, "Dude, I just wiped my bike, and I couldn't afford to get it fixed, and I was like, screw it, and I just came here." So I go, "Oh," and I go, "What do you do now?" And he goes, "Well, don't laugh, but I actually just sit on the corner." And I got a cup, and and he goes, and I make an average. I worked it out. I make an average of $54 a day. Not bad. So whatever. Got my sleeping bag.
You look clean?
Find a warm, great, clean as shit. He goes, I know where to take a shower. He goes, I eat my good meal. Eating a great breakfast. I was like,
How old's this guy?
he was, without question, 42 years old.
You looked every bit of it.
But handsome
The
and
streets will take its toll on you. Sleeping on concrete's gonna take its toll.
it does, but it was very weird. I was like, you're the kind of guy who's a good-looking enough guy to get some rich girlfriend and move in, but he
For
was
sure,
just clearly just not dealing with a full
Or he
deck.
just doesn't care. Like I watch that show Intervention all the time, and there's a girl on there who does like a gram of heroin a day. She has like 3 kids. She's homeless. The kids are fine, but she's homeless.
Yeah.
And she was saying she was on the street corner. This is somewhere in California, I think. She was on the street corner. Maybe because she's a female, she looks all right, blonde. She might be doing some other stuff, but she makes $100 a day.
Wow.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. Doing nothing.
Nothing.
Hanging.
Chilling.
Yeah.
And drugs. But
And drugs.
and drugs.
Got to get my fix.
And drugs. Me and my dad, we didn't get in an argument, but my dad goes, "Oh, I see this guy here all the time. He's so talented. You got to see this guy." We walk up. It's a fucking bedazzled piano. The impressive part's how he gets the piano down to the beach
That's talent.
every weekend.
That's talent.
That's where I was like, all right. He's in this full freaking Liberace getup, fat as shit, just Cheeto fingers, beard. Obviously, probably sleeps in the piano. I don't know what he does. But he starts playing, it's like chopsticks, like, just some bullshit.
Right.
My dad's like, so talented. Just so talented. He goes, he's a savant, really. I mean, I've talked to the guy. I think my dad's making this up. He goes, I've talked to the guy before. I mean, he doesn't do much else but play the piano. I mean, he's just a mastermind when it comes to piano. I went, man,
You got to say something.
I had to.
In those situations,
know
you
me.
can't let him slide.
You know me. I just
you
went.
got to say something.
I wouldn't say mastermind, Dad. I feel like, I got to be honest, he's a failure. But he goes, well.
Yeah, I had to go there.
Well,
you had to just go right there.
Well, come on, man.
I had to be honest. He's a failure.
I went, and really, is he that talented?
Yeah.
He's really not that talented.
Well, here's the thing. As you know, to get good at anything takes like a crazy amount of work, and it takes also a crazy amount of like guidance. Like you have to have a good coach. Like to get really where people go, you're really talented.
As
to get
a
really
musician?
good. Oh my God. Right? As a musician, it's probably the same thing as fighting. I mean, you need
Might be harder.
Right.
Being a musician might be harder.
On the piano, it's
you
a
can
motherfucker.
get pretty far in life and in sports through just genuine hard work.
Right.
There's guys, there's the Rudy story out there, they just work their ass off. Somewhere along they get a break. Music?
Right.
You can work as hard as you want playing the goddamn drums. You're not going to be Travis Barker in Blink-182.
Well, that's the thing. And there's always this deep desire for all of us to be like, maybe that one street guy, maybe that guy in the rags playing piano, maybe he's the closet genius, the closet Mozart. That's just, nobody else has discovered him, and he's just out here playing. And
movies do
almost
that, man.
never.
Movies
almost
do
never.
that to people.
Yeah, but
movies do that,
in
man.
real life, it's like, he's got jewels all over his piano. He's playing on the fucking beach.
Profusely sweating, purple skin.
Fat as shit.
Just like, just miserable with life. People are throwing
just a diabetes ball with fingers.
And just coins or just
sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Just the shitty version of it. Sing us a song. And just that really like grizzly voice.
Oh my God.
Sing us a song, Mr. Piano Man. And then there's people out on the deck or trying to enjoy their lunch. He just wheels this fucking piano up.
Oh, great. Somebody's about to saw a trumpet in half.
People are like eating, and he's like, I appreciate everyone coming out tonight. It's like, well, first of all, it's 2 PM. Second of all, we have no choice.
Right.
You wheel this big-ass piano up here, motherfucker.
And he starts singing, like, who's strangling the parrot?
And then when he gets done, he's all, thank you. You guys have been great. It's good to see everyone. Every weekend, you guys show up. It's like, bro, you came to us.
We all know.
No one asked you to
We
come
all
here.
have a friend. I don't know if you have, but we all have a friend who was a musician or tried to be a musician or is a musician who's just not good.
I don't have one.
I do.
I wish I did.
I know a guy's been doing it for 20 years.
What's he play? Does he sing?
He plays the piano, and he's terrible.
At the piano?
Sure is. And his voice, and I'm not kidding. Like, give me a song like I'm in a New York, like Billy Joe's, I'm in a New York state of mind,
Yeah.
And he'll be like, I'm in a New York state of mind, yeah.
Sounds
And
like
I'm
the
actually
80s?
doing it better. Like he's terrible, and the piano's off key, and, and he's trying to be bluesy, and meanwhile,
So what's he do for money?
I think he's got family money. So he's been able
Well,
to
that's
keep
why
it
he can
going.
keep the dream alive.
God. Hey, Dad, cut him off. Hey, bro.
You're enabling him. Help him
back
out.
Go become a mechanic at Toyota. Do something and earn a living, because this ain't going to work.
Maybe we should bring him in here and just kind of
Make him sing a song.
and a little reality check.
I kind of could.
And then I'm like, well, how do you think you compare to, I don't know, someone like John Legend? And he's like, I think I do pretty well.
you'd be surprised.
And I go, you'd be surprised. John Legend? John Legend, random piano guy?
Yeah, just a random.
Is there anything worse?
John Legend, random piano guy?
Is there anything worse than a musician who hasn't made it?
Well, you see this all the time. I mean, if you think you're good.
Sports are different because you get a reality
But
check.
doesn't fighting require a great deal of training? You've had a lot of big athletes, big scary guys come in and get the brakes beaten out off them.
Fighting's different, though, but also fighting, I mean, there's some guys, they act like they think they're going to make it or they think they're going to be champ. But you can tell when it gets down to the nitty-gritty and they train with some world-class UFC fighters, they just get destroyed. You can tell when they walk away to hit the showers. They're like, yeah, I'm full of shit.
Well,
but in music, it's different.
yeah.
Or acting, it's
comedy,
different.
you see it a lot because a guy will have a really good 20 minutes.
Plus, it's endless, right? Like,
it's endless.
Some guys make it big when they're 50.
Right. But also some guys, you'll see a really good comic who's got a great 15 minutes, and he kills the room in 15 minutes, and be like, God, that guy's incredible. He's really good.
For 15 minutes.
For 15 minutes. But let's see an hour.
That's like podcasting.
It'll all fall apart.
That's like podcasting, too. Sometimes guys are great. When they're for 15 minutes, they're great. Then any more of that, you're like, oh, man.
Yeah. By the way, to shift gears really quickly, it's almost April Fool's. I love April Fool's. Sorry to change the subject, but I just thought to myself, April Fool's is a great time. Are you gonna trick me?
When is April Fool? Well,
It's in 2 days.
I'm 30.
You
so-
better not trick me.
Does anyone do that anymore?
You better not. I hate when people want to. Like
you-
this is my
they want
impression
you
of
trip?
this is my impression of people who come to see me do stand up. Pretty girls go, "You better not make fun of us. Are you gonna make fun of us? You better not." And they're dying to have to be.
They're just hoping.
Yeah, you better not. I'm gonna freak out if you totally single us out and make me stand up and look at everybody while you talk about how pretty I am. You ever had an April Fool's gone wrong?
Never, man.
I have.
My generation really doesn't do that
Yeah, I don't.
bullshit.
I think it's.
I don't get down with pranks, man.
I don't either.
I don't get down
Hate
with
'em.
pranks. Can't stand them.
Hate them.
I had a girlfriend, this is years ago, scared me in the shower, punched her right in the face. True story. I didn't mean to.
Dude.
It was my biggest fear, and she goes to, it wasn't April Fool's, she was just whatever, doing something. We lived together. This is in college. And she goes, and opens up. My reaction was just boom, right in the face.
Wow.
Hit her right in that nose.
She deserved it.
My bigger takeaway is, why are you living with your girlfriend in college?
I did.
My man, you're talking.
Really?
You're talking to a couple of black belts here.
Explain that to me.
You think you're talking a couple
Explain
of
that
black
to me.
belts here?
Explain that to me.
What do you want to know?
Why would you live with your
You
girlfriend
start having
in college?
sex and you're like, you know what? I'm sleeping here because it's easier. Or she says, you mind if I'm just going to stay here. And you just, because you're having sex all day or you're just hanging out all day. And why is she going to go back to her place? She's got roommates. So stay with me.
So was it an informal we live together, or like you both run the
It
lease?
just happens, right?
It kind of happens, but also I'm getting a check every month for playing football. Instead of using that on rent, I'm shacking up with this chick. I got a lot of money in my pocket as a college kid. And you think I'm staying there every night? I'm a black belt, my man.
In college, my girlfriend was really, really wealthy. Her family had crazy money. She lived in a big townhouse. I had 2 roommates in a basement apartment in D.C. I started dating her. I go to her house. I was like, man, it smells good here. It's clean. You make me food. Guess who's moving in? I didn't.
Oh, so you two.
I didn't.
Freaking Brian the Leech over
Dude,
here.
a year later,
Larry Linger.
Johnny Mooch over here. I was like, this is great. I didn't go anywhere. My friends came over like, we don't see you anymore. I was like, check it out.
Sorry. You know what I did is I only did that for a little bit. I actually, for 2 years, my junior, senior year, this is a true story, we lived in a big-ass house. It was me and 5 guys. Me and 4 other black guys. It was me and 4 black
great.
guys.
That's
and
great.
I lived in the basement.
That's hilarious.
I
by
lived in the
way.
basement. They all lived up there. It was so much fun, man.
Oh, yeah.
Gary Moore, Stefan
funny, my roommates
Robinson,
in college were
Ron
Jamaican.
Monte.
You lived in the basement. You were kind of like their secret white guy.
It was like,
You were the
it's
gimp.
like,
You were the gimp.
yeah, I was
Bring
like,
that motherfucker
Let's
up
check out
here.
this white guy we got in the dungeon
Yeah.
downstairs.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
big, but he's smooth.
I'll tell you what, man. They made great food all the time. We played video games all the time. I remember we had a Madden competition. I won. I posted all over the house, just talking shit. I'll tell you what, man. I had this one roommate, the biggest player of all time. This was a handsome fella. Light-skinned black guy, receiver, piercing green eyes.
forget it.
Every girl wanted him. He would come up to me like, bro, listen. I remember one night he had a girlfriend. He comes, because I live in the basement. He comes to the basement like 3 in the morning. He's like, bro, I got to go out the window. My bed was by the window. He's like, I got to go out the window. I'm like, why? He's like, my girl's upstairs, man. I need to sneak out. I'm like, dude, it's a beast open this window. Somehow he gets out of the window. Fast forward an hour later, his girlfriend comes down and goes, do you see Ron? I'm like, no. Window's just completely and obviously someone went through the window. Like, no. I'm telling you, this guy was I've never seen anyone like it. Ever. Celebrities, anything. Savage.
Just tore it up.
Savage.
Tore it up.
We would only see him in between. Just girls. Ding dong. I'm not going to say his name. Is Bob here? Yep, he's upstairs. Just these dime pieces go upstairs. The rest of us just boners watching them walk upstairs. Damn. Then you just hear just. Yep. 15 minutes later, they leave. We're all, see ya. Hair's all fucked up. I'm the one white boy. So all the girls, most of them were mixed. It was white or black. The black girls like later white boy like, see ya. While I'm cooking.
My roommate in college dated a girl who I swear to God they'd have sex and I would hear her go, ooh.
That's weird,
She
man.
couldn't. It was like she was being hysterical. She'd go, oh, oh, God. I was like, what's going on with her, man?
Bro,
I wrote a joke about it. I was like, she sounds like she's falling out of a building. Yeah.
The,
Swear to God. Oh, she was crying.
We had one of my closest college buddies. We would go to his lake house in Missouri all the time. Him, don't kill me if they're listening to this. Him and his wife are married now, but they're high school sweethearts, and they have 2 kids now. and we're in the lake house, a bunch of us.
I love this shit.
Here's creepy Brendan. I know he like said something, like I heard him like whisper, like, let's go to the room or something like that. Well, for whatever reason, I knew there was a window into the room where if you're on the deck, you could see in. So they go to the room and I gather everyone like the freaking, mayor of the town. I'm like, hey, come check this out. They're like, what are we going to see? Everyone's a little drunk. I'm like, hey, come here. You got to kind of crawl on top of the roof. Everyone's like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm like, look, it's our buddy just with his girl, just slow, just and grabbing her titties, like just slow, just straight white boy as it gets, just like just and literally, and we're all sitting there like
big
laughing.
white moon of an ass.
They're all laughing. They're probably doing it for 15 minutes. It's just as basic as it gets. It's when you think of 2 white people having sex,
robotic missionary, Christian missionary,
just staring each other's eyes, just
squeeze your tits.
And then I hear everyone like walking away. I'm just still there sitting there, just staring at them all creepy. Like,
turn her over.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, buddy. And then I look over and my best friend, the creep next to me, Joe's, this is great. I'm like, yeah, this could be so funny. And then we're talking like we're play by play. I'm like, what do you think he's gonna where do you think he's gonna come at? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, he's pretty standard, man. I bet he doesn't do anything creepy. And then he's like this. He's all, get ready, babe. Get ready, babe. And he's all, douche. And douche. And then we just
like on her stomach.
Yeah, just on something super
I'm glad
basic.
I'm not a girl.
And we're like, ugh. And then as we're like making fun of him, we see her just peek out, see us, and I'm like, oh fuck. Rest of the trip ruined. We're on the boat the next day, and she's literally just like. And then everyone goes, well, Brendan told us.
By the way, get ready. Get ready for what? Bloop, bloop.
I was like, here we go, bro. It was like a bloop.
Ah, man, what a bore.
Oh, I know.
Anyway.
Don't let my friends watch. Yeah, there's a creep line. Sorry. Don't let my friends see me. Just gadoo.
There you go. This is for you, America.
Yeah.
And,
I love a crowd. I would have turned around like, yeah, all right.
Not afraid of a crowd.
Turn the heat up.
Not afraid of a crowd.
Someone get out the cameras. I'm about to bust out the Dirty Sanchez.
I've performed for a crowd before. I don't want to get into that. But yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's so funny, man. College is so full of those stories, like where my friend.
And they just, when you talk about it, they just keep coming back. I got another one.
I never forget my buddy was dating
my friends are going to kill
the hottest. A smoke show. She was from Colombia. She was the hottest. Like, we used to grab our own faces. I'm doing it
frustrating.
now. Oh, we grab our own faces. I'd be like, dude, oh my God. And one time I saw her sleeping and the door was open and she was naked. They were both asleep and the sheet was off and she was basically naked. And I was like, oh my God. The craziest body. I was like, just a Playboy body. I was 19 and just a walking. No, but I was like, oh, I grabbed my own face. I was like, I can't. So anyway, we had a broken bathroom. Of course, we never fixed it.
Standard, yeah.
It just never fixed
Piss everywhere.
Yeah, it was just, that we always use my bathroom, but his
it was like camouflaged with other people's piss. It looks like these weird yellow camouflage.
Oh, God, you had shit growing in there. It was a Petri dish. Anyway, he tells me, this girl that we loved, she goes in there one afternoon, one morning, whatever, and she's in there for a little too long. And all of a sudden he goes, no, she couldn't have. It's not possible. I didn't tell her that bathroom's broken. No. And you just hear chinking.
Just trying to fix it?
Chinking.
Terrorize that toilet?
Yes, and so it doesn't flush. So you just see her come out and she goes like this. Oh, the bathroom broken. It's broken.
It's broken.
He goes, don't worry about it. She goes, oh. And she goes back inside. You see her like trying to pour water into it to flush it. Not working. She comes out. She goes, he's broken. I call someone. He goes, I got it. Don't worry about it. She goes, oh. So she just leaves. She had to go to class. She leaves.
See ya.
And he's
someone
like,
handle this dump truck I just laid down.
He's standing there in the room and he's like, I can't go in there. I go, what? He goes, I'm just afraid of what's going to be there.
It's his girl?
It's my girl and I love her. I go, dude, let's move. Let's go in there. We go in there and it's just a brick. And it
looked like a cobra snake.
It wasn't. It was really thick. He was like,
Ah.
how did that brick come out? That was what we were trying to figure out. He was so bunched up. The relationship was never the same after
I
that.
bet, man.
You can't drop a deuce that big.
We'll do one more creep line thing here.
Oh.
But there was this girl that went to our college. There's this girl who went to our college. She was a power lifter. This girl was big. I mean, thick.
Yep.
She looked like Bryan Urlacher with blonde hair. Just diesel. And she, for whatever reason, would always come to our parties. Wouldn't invite her. Come in just with a case, just a 12-pack each arm,
Just
like
smelling like
hey
guy.
boys, like yeah, in her flat like powerlifting shoes, just like we're like ugh. We'd always make fun.
There's always a guy's going to bang her, though.
We wouldn't make fun of her. But behind her back, like yeah, who the hell's gonna hook up with that?
Plenty of guys.
Fast forward, 3 a.m, we're all having fun, whatever. Kicking my buddy's door, boom! He pops like this.
He pulls a Burt Reynolds magician.
Boom! He's all, "What's up? What do you need?"
Leaning on his
Yeah,
fist.
he's all, "What are you doing in here?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you naked?" He's like, just chilling, man." I look over, there she is, just full blown, just boom, bush, just like
a giant
"What's up,
bush,
man?"
a maw.
Yeah, just like, "What's up?" And I'm like, oh, how dare you? My buddy's like, "What's what, man?" To this day denies it. He's like, "No, like my back was all fucked up, and like she can do like where you," and I'm like, "But you have to be naked."
Why was her bush? Why was she?
Bush just? She
The
do
kind of bush that could actually like house a family of 4.
It
Just
looked
a
like
giant-
just like a Jerry curl,
just a
like,
big bird's nest.
Oh, I'll never forget.
Just
that.
a bear's paw.
I'll never forget that. It was like we caught him jacking off.
Yep.
But him just like literally like the quickest I've ever seen the kid move. He wasn't known for being fast. Soon that door opened, just poof,
Yep.
just fucking
Not me.
fresh wet dick out. Just fucking.
Yep.
What's up, man?
Yep.
Like, wait.
I would. For me, I would just brag about it. What's
Not
that?
us, because you will get clowned.
What? Speaking of, I was thinking about the creepiest noise you've ever heard. You ever heard a creepy noise from somebody when they're having sex? I told you my buddy
heard
did
too many
this. I told you
people.
my buddy I do it as a joke, but my buddy who went, I heard him, and he goes like this from behind the door. He goes, oh God, bless America.
That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird.
I was like, come on, dude.
I haven't heard too much stuff. You got a creep line story first, Kay, or are you all set?
Can you make a creepy noise, Brendan? What's the creepiest noise you can make? Come on. Let's have a
not
creep
too
noise.
creepy.
Let's have a noise off.
Ev, any more? I'm sure you saw some creepies.
Some creep lines?
And you have to have some.
Oh, of my own?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God, I have a creep story.
Take it away, Ryan.
Oh my God.
Right, no, for sure. Just jump. Yeah, just trump.
I have to tell it because
Take
it just
it away.
popped in my head.
You're
Oh my
next,
God.
Ev, so think of it.
I think I might have told you the story. All right. I have to be careful. This is a long time ago, so it doesn't matter. But so I was dating a girl, great girl, and we're having sex. We're kissing in the bathroom. I swear to God, we're kissing in the bathroom, and she is, then she goes down and she's working the old piece. I'm like, all right,
Working the
and
old
then
piece.
I swear to God, I'm embarrassed telling the story. And then she turns me around. She grabs my hips and flips me around. And next thing I know,
she goes tongue deep in that asshole.
bro, I swear to God, this is no exaggeration. I'm embarrassed.
Did you bend down and touch your
No,
toes?
listen. She goes like this. I go, oh, and she peels the old peach. And I swear to God, she goes, bunny hole. I swear.
Bunny hole?
She goes, bunny hole. And just, and that tongue was deep and strong. And dude, what was I supposed? I don't like it. I didn't know what to do.
What kind of freak is this?
I don't even know how clean I was. I was
Bunny
like,
hole?
bunny.
And just
I hear her go,
swamp
she goes,
ass?
She goes, bunny hole. Yes. And I go, oh, and just, and I was like, if I stop her, that's gonna be embarrassing to her. So I was like, oh, and it's like one of those. I was looking in the mirror like, this is terrible. Please make it go away. Make it stop.
You kind of liked it?
Kind of. She got into it. I mean, she was down there for a good 5 minutes. I was well cleaned up. If I needed a shower before, I didn't anymore.
I
Cat bath.
I imagine
Cat
you're
bath.
like this, though.
Dude,
You're on all fours.
I was not on all fours.
milk it, baby.
I was not on all fours. That's where I draw the line. I'm not going to get on all fours. I may have arched the back a little bit. Toward minute 3, I might have the rump might have perked a little bit. Bunny hole. And excuse me, but the creepier part was that she would always. She started until we broke up. She would seem to go back to that. That was
I
something she was into.
guarantee that girl pinned your legs up by your ears and just
Has that happened to you?
No, never.
Look at me. Look in my eyes.
That's too big.
Look in my eyes.
Unless the girl's freaking Serena Williams, she's not pinning my big ass legs.
Why did you say that?
Because you're small. Let's be honest.
Look
and you're
in
flexible.
my eyes right now.
No, promise. Think of the size of the girl would have to take my ham hocks,
Nah.
put them up in the air.
It doesn't not that hard. Why you see?
I swear to God.
Brennan's got a closet full of bondage gear right now.
You know he does.
You know he does.
And he's laughing, and I can only say when he's laughing, like, well, you just brought that up. Why'd you say that?
No, I
Can you
didn't.
imagine this big guy in leather assless chaps?
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I know you got a creep line story.
You had your ankles pushed
Don't
up.
bring me into this.
I know you got something.
All right. Okay, this is fairly recently, actually.
By the way, Evan the beard is lobster red right now.
I'm real tan.
Yeah.
Well, it's not.
Well,
it's not. It's
it'll
more
turn
burn.
into tan.
It's more of a burn.
Crustacean
right
with a beard right now.
Yeah,
Is there a
pretty much.
crustacean with a beard in this house?
Carry on.
You're looking at him.
I need some melted butter. Anybody?
This was probably not even a year ago. I was out, and this is just the most blatant pickup I've ever experienced. Girl just kind of like beelined for me. I have no idea why. Fast forward like an hour later, my buddy gave me his keys and called me a cab because he just went full best friend. I was like, "Here, you take my apartment. Have fun."
Tight move.
Yeah, tight move. Well, he did a lot of drinking in the like hour or so between me leaving and him leaving the bar that we were at. So when she leaves, I get a call from him, and he's like, "She's still there?" And I just decided I just come out into the kitchen, and he's like, "Where is she?" Like, "She's gone." Why? He's like, "Then what the fuck am I supposed to do with all of these?" And he rolls out like a roll of like 10 condoms because his entire game plan was he was gonna jump in the room. He's like, "We're about to get real close."
Oh, man.
His whole move was predicated around trying to pop into a 3-way with me.
And you hated on the three-way, or he just didn't
She
make
was
it back
gone.
in time?
She was gone like 5 minutes before he got there. He's just standing there in his underwear with a roll of 10 condoms.
That's a lot of condoms. Also, I mean, I'd have to talk to my buddy. Don't just show up like, "What's
Yeah.
up, bro?"
Please don't just show up like that.
Hey, man, guys, mind if I join in? Kinda, yeah. And,
Maybe you want to
why
run
you
that
stand
by
there with
me
a heart
before.
on and a roll of condoms?
If it's a random, it's whatever, man.
Yeah.
Depends how close of a friend it is.
Those things kinda have to
Realistically,
happen.
I would not have kicked him out.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's great. You gotta be a
Get on in here, buddy. Let's do this.
you
Get on in.
You gotta help out. I mean, just don't. I don't want to feel your hands on my hips. I
Yeah.
mean, you know.
Don't pin my legs up against the wall.
Yeah.
Please don't.
All of a sudden, all of a sudden he just comes in like, "Hey, let's make out." Whoa. Certain rules there.
Oh, man.
Have you had a weird April Fool's experience, Brian? Because you brought that up out of nowhere.
I
and
did.
I feel like you've had one like brewing that you wanted to tell this whole time.
I hate pranks. I hate them.
I can't stand
I was
being
dating a
scared.
girl who was this really pretty Indian girl, and we had sex, and it was like it was like a brick wall, and
Why? Because she didn't do anything. Just
no, I just was having trouble sometimes getting in the job done. Things were very constricted.
carry on.
And after we did have sex, her legs started to shake like that. And I was like, "Whoa!" She's going like her legs were like, "Whoa." And I was like, "Are you okay?" And her legs were just shaking. It turns out she was a virgin, which was really weird. And I
How
was
old
like,
were you?
I was 22, and she was 19.
15?
19, and she was a virgin. I met her at this, she must have been, maybe she was 20. I don't know how she was, but I met her in a bar, so she had to have been of age. And her legs started shaking. And anyway, I dated her for a couple more times, and then whatever. And I remember I got a call on my answering machine before cell phones, and it went like this. It's like, "Hello, I'm looking for Bryan. This is Patal. You had sex with my." I'm sorry about my bad Indian accents, but this is kind of. You had sex with my sister Darshana, and I want to talk to you. You have to talk to me. I'm coming to find you. I know where you live, dude. I was so afraid. I was like, well, this guy's gonna try to kill me because obviously it's an honor thing. I was very nice to her, but and it was my next 2 days were so ruined waiting for this dude to show up. I was carrying a knife. Was walking around in case the guy like went crazy on me. I was like, should I carry a knife? I was like, well, what's he gonna do? Am I gonna have to fight him? And my buddy's like, hey, dude, you get that message? My roommate. That was me, you idiot. I was kidding. Not funny. Not funny at all. Not funny at all.
No, that's not.
I don't
funny
like
at all.
that shit. I don't find that stuff funny.
And you've
man.
never been on the receiving end of one of those?
Never.
Really?
Never.
Huh.
Mm-mm.
Well, how about the one?
My,
How about
my little sister convinced me she was pregnant. That wasn't cool.
No.
How old is she?
This was when I was a freshman in college, so she was 19.
I don't like that. Or how about?
I bought a fucking plane ticket to fly home.
Did you get a rebate?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You can.
I told her I bought a plane flight and I'll be there tomorrow. And she's like, I'm just fucking with you. April
Oh,
Fools.
that's fucked up.
Like,
I don't like that.
God damn it.
Don't make my heart skip. Or how about the girl? The two pranks that I on YouTube. One is her friend was deathly afraid of clowns. So you see that she's got the video camera set up. The girl is there. She's come home with groceries in her hand or whatever. And her friend is dressed like a clown, a demon clown with an axe, and goes, "Ugh!"
She have a heart attack?
You've never seen anybody run out of a house fast enough. She dropped the thing, ran out, fell, and slipped, hit her head against the wall,
Jesus.
got back up and jumped, ran out. Like hurt herself. Hilarious.
I don't get down with that stuff.
Or the guy who comes home, his girl is in bed, and he sees sneakers, big sneakers. He sees a guy's jacket. He's like, the fuck? And then she's in the bed with a dude in the bed, but it's a guy, like it's a wig, and it's a dummy with a beard. And you see the guy walk in, and he's like, what the fuck? And he literally jumps on the guy. It's on YouTube. And she's like, and
It's
he's
not
like,
funny to me.
he's holding
Someone's
his heart.
feelings are gonna get hurt. So I'm
don't
saying
like
some
that
shit
shit.
I probably shouldn't say
Right.
before I attack the guy.
Right. I don't.
I'm like, I knew it, you whore. Then I attack the guy, and she's like, jeez, man.
Or, yeah, I got a girlfriend too, bitch.
That's fine. I got a couple side pieces, you dumb. Oops. I'm just kidding. No, I was actually doing April Fools.
There goes that relationship.
No, I don't play that shit, man. I don't play that shit.
Well, what was that TV show about scaring people where they had
Was it Punk'd? That
No,
one?
it was another one
an
where
older one.
if you are you afraid, or are you? I think it was called Are You Afraid? Where the fucking girls are in a car and these dudes attack them with chainsaws with masks on them.
That's not around anymore, though.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
guess
There was a really good Sasquatch episode of that.
There was. Scared the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I don't get down with that stuff, man.
Nah.
It's not fun to me.
Nah,
I'll tell you who pulled April Fool's prank on me is Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart.
Oh boy.
Boy,
Hold on.
boy, that
Tell me that was a good
movie.
movie.
Get Hard was
Not good. Ooh, I thought it would be a good movie. Looked good.
took the fam and the old lady, and
Oh, we got
everyone was like,
a
ugh,
movie review, huh?
terrible. Big Brown movie review. Get Hard. And you know I love these guys.
Of
Will
course.
Ferrell doesn't make a bad movie.
No.
Can't name
Kevin
one.
Hart's great. Scale of 1 to 10?
The movie?
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna ruin it for some people. A 3.
Damn.
What was that Will Ferrell basketball movie? Semi-pro.
Oh, I love that movie.
Really?
Love that movie.
Alright.
Love it. There's so many good characters in it. If you watch it enough, it's good. There's some good one-liners in that.
If you watch it on the 5th time, it starts to unveil. It's.
Well, no, you pick up lines from it. It's great, man.
I saw
Will
Birdman.
Arnett's
I
in
liked
it.
Birdman a lot.
Yeah.
It was good.
Get Hard just didn't do it, and literally everyone was like,
Oof.
I know, man.
Oof.
It's like I feel like they didn't use Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart. They didn't use their talents. Like I felt like they rushed it. Like it wasn't written well. It was like poorly done. I don't know,
Damn.
man. I wasn't into it at all. You know me, I love those guys. I want to like it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hate on them.
Oh man.
I don't know.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
We haven't
Did
had a
you-
movie review in a while.
Did you see the new trailer for the new James Bond movie?
No, is it a black James Bond? Is this the one where it's a black guy?
No, not yet. Idris Elba will be the next one, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's a really, really good actor.
Love that guy.
But no, this is the last Daniel Craig one.
Hmm.
Trailer just came out, I think, last night. I saw it last night.
What all I care about
Looks
is what's the
dope.
car? What's the car in it?
Looks like an Aston Martin.
That's awesome. Because it was BMW for a while.
Not a BMW. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they'll bring Tesla into the mix.
Get a Porsche in that bitch. No, Aston Martin and James Bond makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into some fight talk? You want to break down these fights?
Let's do it.
Fight Talk, Fairfax, Virginia. Chad Mendez, Ricardo Lamas. I don't know why he doesn't change his nickname to Ricardo the Llama Lamas.
The llama. He's good.
Ricardo
in the
the
desert.
Llama the Llamas.
He can handle it.
He's a
He's
monster.
got a hump for water.
Fight Companion with Joe Rogan this Saturday. The whole crew will be there.
Fight
Maybe.
Companion.
Fight Companion.
Fight Talk now, though. Fight Talk.
Fight Talk. Fight Talk.
Main event: Chad Mendez, Ricardo Lamas.
I'm going to go with Chad Mendez. I think Chad is
Chad's the hardest hitter in that division.
a beast.
Chad's my boy. God, that's a tough fight. It's a great main event. It's a tough fight, man.
Can I see the? Can you bring the card up on the screen?
That is a
Sure.
tough fight to call.
What's
Let's
someone
rip
like
through
Chad
Let's rip through
walk
this.
around
I
at?
have no idea. You ask me this all the time. I don't know. He's tiny, man. I
Sucks a
don't
lot of
care.
weight. How tall is he? Short.
I don't know.
No, he's pretty short.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
short. He's hardest hit.
5'5".
By far the hardest hitter at 145. He's knocking dudes out. Clay Guida's on this card, man. He took some time off, been training in L.A.
Yeah, he's fighting Robbie Peralta.
It's a tough fight.
There's
Is there any easy fights? I hate when I say that. It's a tough fight. They're all fucking tough.
oh, Gray Maynard's fighting on this. I
He
thought Gray
is?
Maynard retired.
So did I.
That breaks my heart.
Damn.
He's fighting this guy, Alexander Yakovlev, or Yakovlev. I don't know how to really pronounce it, but he's a Russian rapper.
That's amazing.
He has one of the most ridiculous music videos I've ever seen.
Well, I'm a
It's like
fan.
if you took like an old like Puff Daddy video and just replaced him with a white crazy Russian gangster looking guy, that's kind of what you got.
You,
May I-
so-
may
you
I
sold
see?
me. You sold me. So I'm his number one fan now. What's his name?
Alexander Yakovlev. His nickname is Thunder of the North.
Thunder of the North.
God damn, I got a new favorite fighter.
Thunder of the
Never
North.
seen him fight.
This is the
But if
jam.
he's making rap
super
videos,
aggressive,
is he?
really aggressive.
Sambo
fighter.
guy,
I don't
wrestling, grappling background.
I don't know what his grappling background is, but I remember him being very aggressive from what little I've seen of him.
Oh man, great! Listen,
You can't bring him up.
it's tough for me to watch Gray Maynard, and I love these guys. So talented, all respect to them. But Gray Maynard and Josh Koscheck, it's tough to watch those two fight still. It's tough to watch, man.
It's just
When they put Koscheck on that 2-week notice to fly down to Brazil to fight Eric Silva, it's not cool, man. It's not cool. Commission should have stepped in, I thought. And
Really?
he lost. He got choked out again.
I don't know, man. I just.
It's tough to
I
watch,
feel
man.
heavy when I talk about that shit.
All right, internet's not working on that TV for
I just
whatever
get
reason.
heavy.
All good. Give us the main card, and we will just rip through
All
them.
right, we'll start from the bottom, work our way to the top.
Start from the bottom now. Yeah,
Dustin Poirier versus Diego Ferreira.
I mean,
Poirier's a monster, and he was embarrassed that last fight. I got Poirier all day.
So do I. He's got something to prove.
Agreed.
He's a monster. I'm a fan.
Clay Guida, Robbie Peralta.
Oh, I'm cheering for Clay Guida. He's one
Gotta-
of the
you gotta
one
go
of the
with-
good guys of the sport.
He just never gets tired. That pace never even dips a little bit.
He's
I mean,
coming off the first knockout ever of his career.
He hasn't
against
fought
Chad
since the
Mendes.
Mendes fight, yeah?
Hasn't
Yeah.
fought. He's had about a year off.
At least. It's been at least a year since that fight.
Listen, man, there's nothing wrong with taking some time off, recuperating, re-game planning, stuff like that. I'm doing it myself. There's no one I will be cheering for more than Clay Guida.
You know
just because
Clay?
I can relate to him. Yeah, I've trained with Clay many of times. I know Clay. Clay's one of the best guys in the sport. He's good for the sport. Clay Guida is the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. What's his name?
Anthony
Kiedis.
Kiedis. Anthony Kiedis.
He's if Anthony Kiedis was a UFC fighter. That's Clay Guida. That's how I describe Clay Guida. He's just very free spirit, great guy, no enemies. Anyone who's met him loves the guy.
Wow.
He's like one with the earth, a soul. Got an RV, travels around.
Really?
Went to
Like kind of a hippie.
He trained with Alpha Male this camp. He trained in LA this camp. He left Jackson's. I've been there, man. You got to reinvent yourself. I'm there right now, so I'm cheering for that guy. Clay Guida. By awesomeness.
By awesomeness.
Next one up is this is gonna be a good one. Juliana Pena versus Milana Dudieva.
Pena hasn't fought in a while. You got to remember, Pena's the girl that won the Ultimate Fighter, the
She's
Ronda
tough.
Misha
Yep.
Tate season.
Yep.
She's tough and hot.
Yep.
Let's just throw that out there. Let's just call a shark like we see it.
Swing that computer around. Let me take a look at her.
Yeah, so she's an attractive girl. I'm going for Pena. I'm a fan of Pena. She's easy on the eyes. The women's division could use her. It'd be a good story if she could fight Ronda.
Yeah, there she is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going for Pena. And yeah, again, how can you not root for Pena? She's a girl who got hurt. She won the Ultimate Fighter, got hurt in the gym by some freak accident, blew out her ACL, MCL, all that stuff. This is her first fight back.
I want to see that.
We're going for Pena here. What else you got, boss?
I got Mike Chiesa versus Mitch Clark.
That's a great fight. Chiesa is from Aurora.
Is he?
Is it?
Pretty sure, yeah.
I thought he was a Washington guy.
He might be, but him and Pena, I think, are from the same camp. I'm almost positive he was born in Aurora. Someone do the research on Twitter and hate on me and correct
When
me.
I watched him in the Ultimate Fighter, I literally I remember when there was a point where he had an emotional breakdown and stuff, and I remember just thinking to myself, there's no way that guy's going to last. There's no way that guy's going to do anything. Talk about not judging a book by
Good
its cover.
grappling. What else you got, boss?
Tough.
So you're going with Chiesa or Clark?
I'm going with
Chiesa.
Chiesa. All right, co-main event is Jorge Masvidal and Al Iaquinta.
Dude, this fight card is stacked.
Beasts.
God, I just did a whole breakdown on Iaquinta on UFC Now. I'm high on the kid right now, but Masvidal is such a monster. That's your best fight on the card. That's better than the Mendez Lamas.
Why is that the best card in the fight? Why?
Stylistically, just such a fucking good fight. It's gonna be a stand-up war. Who you got?
I don't know. I just don't know enough about both fighters.
Oh man, I like where Iaquinta's at mentally. I'll take Iaquinta in the fight of the night.
Really?
And then
I'll go Masvidal.
Not
Not a bad pick.
No, either way, you can't go wrong. And then you got Mendez, Ricardo Lama the Lamas. He's going to hate me for saying that.
That's about as muscular as you get for a little man. Chad Mendez.
I got Mendez, man. Mendez is tough to beat. Mendez really doesn't lose unless it's to Aldo, really.
Yeah.
Really doesn't lose.
Nope.
Beast.
God, Lamas is so damn good. You got to realize Lamas he beat my boy come on, someone help me. He was on a 7-fight win streak.
Lamas?
Yes, he just beat him. God, he trains with that rain. He's going to kill me.
Oh, Bermudez?
Yes, Bermudez. He was on a 7-fight win streak. They fought. He stopped him, submitted him, right?
Was it a Darce?
I think in the second round. First set early, which is impressive as hell. Anyways, there's our pick. Great fight card. At least Big Brown will be their fight companion, Joe Rogan.
We have to keep talking. We have some news. I mean, I'd like to talk a little bit about you sucking down to 205.
Yeah.
Now that we're on Fight Talk. How do you feel? How do you feel about that? You announced it.
I announced it on the Conor McGregor episode.
You're going to take your sweet time getting down to it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not happening like next month or anything. I've heard, all over social media. It's like, they're like people asking for matchups and saying, you should fight this guy, this guy. Some of the names they throw out, it's ridiculous. But yeah, no time soon, man. I'm doing a mock cut. I'm not using Dolce. I love Dolce. He knows that. Mike Dolce knows that. But I want someone locally in LA who knows what they're doing, who's they're not famous, anything like that. So
Are you looking for a guy? Are you saying
I'm looking for a guy? I'm gonna give someone an opportunity to work with me. If you're local in LA, you know what you're doing. Reach out to me on Twitter. I'll follow you and DM, and we'll take it from there. I'm looking for someone who can do the job, though. It's gonna be a beast.
It's gonna
Don't
be a
get it
beast.
twisted. It's gonna be a beast.
Yeah.
I might die.
Yeah, it's a.
Will it make CNN if I die cutting weight? 100%.
I would prefer the ice bucket challenge, dropping 350 pounds in your head death, but
Me too.
they'll both make CNN.
205, which means
I'll walk around at my goal is to get down to 225, 230 walk around. Like
yeah,
most of the guys
I think
do.
you can do that.
I can do that.
That's where you were at for Metamoris, right?
Yeah. 230, yeah.
Yeah, no candy.
Oh, I know.
Candy boy's
Well,
gotta stop.
I think I get cheat days on Sunday.
Well, I don't know.
Do you?
You're a big man.
Well, hey, nutritionists who we haven't even spoken yet, I get cheat days on Sunday, right?
Oh, you're gonna be a bitch. It's not gonna be fun to be
Hey,
around
real
you.
quick though, dead sexy. Give it up.
What?
What?
205 and really skinny.
Dick's
205
gonna
and
be
really
dehydrated.
skinny.
Dick's gonna be dehydrated
the letter
like a piece
L?
of beef jerky.
Is that the letter L? No, it's skinny Brendan Sharp with his panties off. Panties off. You're gonna have to buy new
It's gonna be a
clothes.
beast. Yeah, I'm not fighting the next 3 months.
Say goodbye to that
mean,
apple bottom.
I'll fight once this year at 205. We'll see how it goes.
Old
Like I said, I
skinny
might
legs.
die, but it's worth it.
Oh.
It's worth it.
Got a lot of meat in those legs and ass. You're gonna have to take some weight off.
I'm more worried about dehydrating this dick.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lose a lot of water weight.
Yeah.
All drawn and whatnot. Just looking like
It's gonna be
big
such a
old,
beast.
Looking like a big old boiled
Yeah,
yam.
that's the thing. Everyone's like, "Who are you gonna fight?" I don't care, man. I'm just worried about making the weight.
Yeah, the fight is
Yeah,
the
the
weight.
fight-
The
the fight's
fight
my-
is 205.
The fight's my fat ass trying to make 205. That's the fight. Then we'll just take it from there.
Oof.
Gotta fight at least one more time. I don't know if I'll fight once. I don't know if I'll fight 3 more times. I'm doing this one and then taking it from there. Everyone keeps
205.
asking.
You might have to stop lifting.
No.
I just like saying that to you.
Yeah.
No.
No.
You're gonna have
Hey,
a good
hey,
time.
you know what's funny? Is when-
40 pounds.
Hey, remember when I beat you in the Arnold Schwarzenegger impression?
That's fucking an absolute.
Look at social media,
An
right?
outrage.
Everyone said I did.
It's an outrage
I
to
know,
bring it up.
but
Yeah,
the-
because people are just like.
No, but the thing is,
fuck all you guys.
you know what was funny though? Is when you made fun of me doing Arnold. I'm not gonna lie, when you did it in studio, it pissed
listened.
me off. I was like, motherfucker, I'm not retarded. And then when I listened to it, because I listened to the show twice, I was laughing my ass off. You go, ooh. Stupid.
I'm Arnold. I'm Arnold.
We should do
my
one.
Arnold's
We
pretty
should do
sad,
one
too.
character. Have the fans send us one character every show, and me and him do.
A character off.
I mean, you're
But
gonna
we
beat
have
me
to get
100 to
we have-
1.
No, we have to get it beforehand so we can prepare
No,
it.
that's the best
No,
thing.
no.
No. Then you're gonna kill me. It's your job.
Yeah.
This gives me the advantage doing it on the spot.
All right.
You guys think of one by the end of the show and give it to us. You guys think of one. We'll start with you guys. The next show we'll do fans.
Yeah. That's funny. All right, we'll figure.
Let's
it
go
out.
to current events.
Current events.
do it.
Evan the lobster, the beard,
Crustacean with a beard. Oh, he's got current events. ladies and
under
gentlemen.
the sea.
I need some melted butter and some tongs.
Take me back to Red Lobster.
Lobsters are in the insect family. Just so you know,
They
everybody.
are spiders.
Yep.
They are technically a spider,
You're eating a
everybody.
giant
Good to
spider.
know.
You are eating a giant spider.
Disgusting, but delicious at the same time.
So kind of 50-50 fight talk, current event. Today got confirmed, got announced. Alexander Gustafsson, Glover Teixeira. They be fighting.
When?
They are going to fight at...
I think that Alexander Gustafsson just watches what John Jones did to Glover, and
That's
there
a
it is.
horrible matchup for.
Glover.
June 20th, UFC Fight Night in Germany.
It's in Germany too.
Germany.
That benefits Alexander.
Gustafsson just needs
Ah,
to get back.
I mean, that
in there.
it makes sense for that fight, and man, it's so what? So everyone thought Alexander and DC were gonna fight. UFC said, "Nah, we got something for them." They gave DC a hometown fight against Bader. They gave Alexander, Germany, Sweden, right?
Yep.
International. They gave Alexander Glover Teixeira. I see DC winning. I see Alexander winning, and then they fight to hype that fight, which is amazing fight. And then I see Bader. Well, and Glover already fought. Glover knocked him out. So there's that. That's a cool fight.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm not mad at it.
All right, so first real current event. WrestleMania was last night.
Who watched it in here?
I
No one.
did not.
I watched enough highlights that I
You can break
feel
it
like I
down?
know what happened.
Did the Brock pull it out?
Did my
did
boy-
the Brock,
No.
did the Brock come mentally
my
ready?
boyfriend
The
win?
Brock lost?
The Brock lost.
No way.
Yeah,
To
what's
Raymond.
up?
What's his name? Raymond.
Roman Reigns.
Nope,
Get it
he
right.
lost too.
To Triple H.
WWE's just Shyamalan twisted everyone.
Who won?
Apparently, there's a thing in WWE. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. It's called a Money in the Bank match. And in this Money in the Bank match, whoever wins gets basically like a insert title shot here card that they can use at any point that they want. So, guy who won it like months ago, guy by the name of Seth Rollins, lets Brock and Roman Reigns beat the shit out of each other.
And then he steps in?
And then he cashes in his thing, runs in, does his finisher or whatever to Roman Reigns, and snags himself a title.
What the hell, man? That's an outrage.
So Brock loses, but without getting
Now,
pinned.
do you think in production meetings when all these just juiced up monkey heads are sitting around the table, Brock's like, all right, now this is what we're going to do. And Seth's like, nah, man. I'm using my get out of jail free card. I'm going to be champ WrestleMania. You think everyone's like, no, man, no, please don't. Did they talk about it?
Well,
like how did it go? How did production go?
First of all, you're assuming that these things are planned ahead of time, and
I know.
Sure
It's just natural.
that's the case.
Do you think they're nervous in the back? Are they like, oh,
Well,
God.
it's pretty physical. They get hurt. I mean, that's a very physical job and a demanding job, and it requires a great deal of athleticism.
Yeah, for sure. So it's playing on the playground. No, but do you think during the production meeting, do you think that, obviously the heads thought of this, because all this is a soap opera for grown men with Cheeto fingers. So they come out with this soap opera,
With Cheeto fingers.
and then someone's like, here's the twist. Brock's not going to win, which is a horrible mistake because he's such a celebrity. Brock's not going to win. Roman isn't going to win. We're going to have Seth just cut on in and
Well,
win.
it creates bad blood. Now there's got to be a settling of scores. I'm excited now.
Brock lost his title
First of
without
all,
getting pinned. He's gonna want
I'm
that
outraged.
rematch.
I think Roman was beating Brock, from what I understand, and then this son of a bitch comes in and cashes his card and takes my boyfriend's title away.
I like it.
Did you know they both played for the Minnesota?
Outraged.
Well, do you know they both went to camp with the Minnesota Vikings?
I knew Brock did.
They both did.
Yeah, but Roman, I think, played, didn't he?
Nope.
Damn it.
Nope.
He
They both
didn't?
went to camp.
How did-
All of us played the exact same amount of games.
It is so
Zero.
crazy
Is that right?
to me
Yes.
that the three of you guys never actually played like an actual game. Like the athlete that you have to be to actually even step foot on an NFL field is fucking bananas.
Well, that's why whenever I talk about athletes, he goes like this. He goes, I know. I deal with, the NFL has the craziest athletes in the world.
By far.
But the big story from WrestleMania was not Brock Lesnar. It was
It was Ronda cutting
Ronda
in.
Yep.
I didn't see what happened.
Here, I'll show you. She
Great career move
she just chucked a nice judo toss
on Triple
all
H.
over Triple H's face.
Damn.
And then walked out.
Yeah,
Nice job,
pretty
Ronda.
much. Check it out.
What the heck?
Rock tees her up.
I mean, watch this, man. What the heck's going on now? Whoa!
Boom!
Whoa! Ronda.
WrestleMania.
She's in high heels, too, man. Oh, look at that. Perfect execution. And get that hair out of your eyes.
Yeah, those aren't high heels, but yeah, no, that was
In
impressive.
my mind, they are.
Yeah, definitely not high heels.
You don't know. You don't know.
That's interesting. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna slip my wrist if we keep talking about WrestleMania and UFC. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Now, there's one thing that happened at
you wanna
WrestleMania
lose
that
Brendan
that
at
would
a
be
party?
cool to have in fights. And I know you're gonna completely
Would you
disagree
say?
with me.
Would you say?
There'd be one thing that I saw in WrestleMania that would be awesome to have in the UFC.
Oh, let's hear it.
Fire?
Guy came out, his entrance.
Steroids?
He came out on a tank.
We came to the arena in a
He
tank.
came to the arena in a tank. Damn. You telling me you don't want your entrance to involve a tank?
That's pretty dope.
That's
I'll give it-
badass.
I'll give you that.
He's mounted on a machine gun?
I'm not mad at that. Now, is he driving or is he just kind of?
Who cares? That's
gunning?
Is that Roman Reigns?
No.
No, come on. For
don't
sure,
know.
when you're wrestlers. No,
You
we
guys
do
don't
know.
know.
No, we do. That's not him.
I don't know.
not
Roman probably owns a tank.
Hey, yeah, for sure. Hey, when Roman was here, did you interview him at all, Ev?
No, I didn't talk to him.
Did
You
he
didn't talk to him
mention
at
me?
all?
I don't deal with that nonsense.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. The WrestleMania is huge, man. I'm not hating on it. I appreciate what they do, stuff like that. I just cannot get into it.
Just
The
drama.
Rock still owes me $59.99. When I rented WrestleMania in Miami and I had people over and everyone made fun of me and I was embarrassed because it was so fucking fake.
When?
And I had
How
bad-
long ago was this?
4 years ago, and I had bad Thai food. It was like fucking spaghetti
That's
noodles.
that sounds like a terrible party you threw, by the way, anyway. Dr. Terrible Party.
No, WrestleMania.
Hey, guys,
Terrible
guys,
Party.
I bought WrestleMania and I got Thai noodles.
Shitty
Come on
Thai
over.
food.
I got some shitty Thai noodles in cardboard canisters and WrestleMania. Come on over to my house in Miami.
Well, it doesn't matter. The food was just top the thing off. But then we were watching. I was like, holy balls! I haven't seen WWE since I was 8. When I was 8, I was like,
Meanwhile, though,
when I was 8, I was like, oh my god, this is so fake. I'm gonna stop watching this, and I moved on.
if they came along, they were like, Brendan, sign this $2 million contract a year for the next 5 years, you'd be like, "Hey, Bri, see ya."
What? See ya.
But-
WWE
but
for life, son.
This is the kid where this used to be the fighter and the kid. It's not
Not
a kid.
anymore.
Welcome
I'm
to the
wrestling
podcast.
my ass off.
Tweet. Any
What
other
else you
current
gotta
events?
have?
Next current event,
I'm gonna break this mic. You talk about WrestleMania.
I'm going to talk about something much more important and something much closer to all of our hearts.
Dicks.
McDonald's breakfast.
McDonald's breakfast. I haven't ate McDonald's forever.
You
Well, I had
McDonald's
that
breakfast fan?
bullshit Shamrock Shake.
Oh, fuck you. The
Isis
Shamrock
in-
Shake is fantastic.
Isis in a bottle. What
McDonald's is they're testing for the first time ever
breakfast your day round all day?
all day breakfast.
I do love that.
I'm a
breakfast.
humongous fan of this move.
God damn it, Ed.
You
You
like
know
the
I'm trying to make
egg
205.
I know.
The Egg McMuffin or what?
Everything. You
Everything.
want a McMuffin?
When
You want a McGriddle? Oh, you want some of that
when,
McGriddle?
When
the syrup
Rogan,
and a
when
bun?
Rogan and I were hunting in Alaska for 6 days, living off of bars and jerky and dried food for 6 days in the rain, and when the seaplane came to get us, the guy gets out, the pilot gets out, and what's he holding? Bags of Egg McMuffins.
You guys destroyed them.
Destroyed them, dude. After 6 days, some of the best food I've ever had in
And
my
shit
life.
your pants on the plane.
Not even, just ate the shit out of those muffins.
I'll tell you one thing Burger King does well. I haven't had fast food in I don't know how long, but one thing Burger King does better than McDonald's, their French toast sticks.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
French toast sticks are to die for. That's America, my man.
Yeah.
Those French toast sticks are America.
They were showing how many chemicals were in the strawberry shake that are called
Shamrock Shake?
Well,
Or-
they're shakes. It doesn't matter. The McDonald's milkshake.
Yeah.
There are chemicals called that are gone under the guise generally regarded as safe. It's called GRAS. And if those chemicals fall under GRAS, generally regarded as safe, you don't have to list them on the shake. And there are about
Couple hundred.
about 75 chemicals that are generally regarded as safe, on top of the other shit.
Well, yeah, I don't think anyone's like, oh, God, I'm going to get this shake because all this artificial chemicals in it.
Yeah.
People don't give a
If
shit.
you find yourself in the drive-through line of a McDonald's, you decided to.
Listen,
You're not an
that way.
organic.
Listen,
You're not an
if-
organic vegan.
if you can eat a 12-pack of the deep-fried snot, which they call a McNugget, you're not worried about what's in your shake.
Yeah.
Those McNuggets are disgusting.
They-
Think about a McNugget. Slimy.
Yeah, it's gross, but you cannot fuck with McDonald's breakfasts.
I agree. I gotta agree.
It is.
I mean, I
it's
don't eat
America.
it, but I gotta agree. When I did,
It's good stuff.
that McMuffin
That
is to
ham,
die
that
for.
bacon, the cheese, the egg, the muffin. Yeah.
Those hash browns. Oof.
Yeah, the hash browns are great.
Nothing.
Has anyone had Taco Bell's breakfast, where it's a hash
They have
brown
breakfast?
inside a quesadilla? Yeah, my brother says it's amazing.
Really. I'm not really a big fast food guy either, but I'll make exceptions if I'm up, around McDonald's breakfast time.
I'm a finicky eater. Are we any other?
I'll tell you what, I don't mess with for my money, Chick-fil-A, man. If I had to pick one.
Not bad. Chick-fil-A is not bad.
In the overall fast food scheme of things.
I like In-N-Out. In-N-Out burgers are, to me, the best burgers, period.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Tasty treats. That's it for current events.
Questions, fan questions, fan questions.
Man, we'll talk about it off here.
What?
You all right, buddy?
Long pause.
No, we need to get with our guy to do the digital stuff.
You want music?
Oh my God, we need it so bad.
Brennan is obsessing over. He wants
Well, I've been
music
saying it for
between
3
sections.
months. And
Fan
you said we
questions.
didn't do it last week.
Fan
He wants
questions. Should we
What?
have a fan do it?
God damn it, no.
If I was like, fan questions.
No. Way more professional.
What kind of fan questions kind of jingle you looking for?
I don't know, man. We're in the studio with a real professional and knock it out.
Does that mean you're gonna be doing the singing?
Me and Bryan are.
Yeah, me and
Yeah?
Brian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. It might be like some Kanye West.
We're gonna work on our voices though.
Gonna drop some hot beats in here.
Yeah.
Well, mine's just going to be all digital. Fan questions.
I did it when I was in theater school.
Sick.
He was gonna T-Pain the intro.
Yeah.
When I was in theater
Like
school,
2 Chainz.
I had to learn how to sing, and then I sang a song. And my teacher went, "You are. I'm going to give you a C. Generally, your voice is not what I would consider musical theater quality." I
But
was
you've had lessons, 100%.
Oh fuck yeah! I had lessons. Yeah, I did a musical once. I've done 2 musicals.
Oh, man, I wish I
Terrible.
could see that.
Terrible. I'm just not a singer, but whatever.
Let's go to fan questions, Ev.
All right. First fan question comes from Andre Has Spoken. B-Shab. Top 3 favorite Will Ferrell movies. Hashtag Brick killed a guy.
Brick killed a guy.
Talladega Nights for me.
Let's hear those top 3s, boys.
Talladega Nights is good. I'm trying to think some off the wall shit.
Oh,
but
Old School.
Anchorman has to be up there. Step Brothers is number 1 for me.
Really?
By far, number 1 is Step Brothers. Old School is good. He's great in Wedding Crashers.
He's so funny.
He's so good.
It's
in
one of the
Wedding-
best cameos
ever.
Maybe
Oh my
ever.
God, is he good in that? I'm gonna go with Wedding Crashers, but is that?
He's
it's
more a cameo.
Yeah, it's a
But
cameo.
it's so good, I feel like it needs to count.
God.
I'll tell you what though, the movie where he's the basketball, he's the owner and a player. That's pretty funny, and he's the halftime show.
Semi-pro.
Semi-pro, yeah. I like semi-pro, man. I
I
really
don't
like
think that's
it.
in the top. Feral movies. Talladega Nights. You got to go with Talladega Nights.
Not Get Hard. I'm telling you that now.
No,
Oof.
you got to go with Talladega Nights, and then Old School for sure. It's what made him famous.
Those are too easy though. I'll give you an Old School. This is how you know you're a real Will Ferrell fan. Roxbury Nights.
You mean Night at the Roxbury?
Yes.
Holy shit, did
Night?
you butcher that?
Yeah, I did.
Roxbury Farm.
Yeah, that's how you know
Roxbury
that's how you know
Farms.
you're a real fan.
Well, at least
when you butcher his
Yeah.
movies.
Roxbury
Night at the Rock.
Nights.
Have you seen that one?
No.
Super old school.
Roxbury Nights.
Nights.
He
That sounds-
butchers shit like he is with names. And it's just the worst.
If you said, Evan, come up with the most confusing way to say that
Roxbury
movie title,
Nights.
I couldn't have even gotten close to the guy.
Roxbury
He's
Nights.
got a nice set of hair on him. That doesn't make any sense from an
That's
English
funny, though.
standpoint.
That's funny.
Got
though.
a set of hair. No, he's got a head of hair, not a set of hair.
Roxbury Nights.
It's a
Night
set
at the
of lines.
Roxbury.
Night at the Roxbury.
Nights.
All
Oh, man.
right,
That's an
next
old school one.
question.
That's absurd. All right. This one comes from Bobby B. Either Bryan picks your wardrobe for a year or your hairstyle for a year. Choose one and why.
I just made him shave his head.
For sure. For
This is
sure.
like Sophie's choice.
Yeah,
Screwed.
for sure wardrobe because at least Brian's just gonna have me in a black V-neck and green jeans every single day. Oh, you got your green jeans on. There we go.
They're not jeans. They're kind of off. They're kind of.
They're like khaki.
They're cool.
chinos.
Feel them.
Yeah,
Feel that material.
yeah, I know, man.
Velvet.
You wear them all the time.
Kind of velvet. No, these are new.
Are they? There's
Yeah.
green. What is that?
Hey, that's my dong. That's
For sure, wardrobe.
my dong
Because hair
bunched
you'd
up
mess
in
up.
green.
What else you got, Ev?
This one is from Vince Cachero. If you and Brendan Schaub were sponsored by one chain restaurant, what would it be and why?
It's Applebee's, where you can get
Oh,
your
I
bees.
hate Applebee's.
You can eat your apples with bees. I don't know.
Won't be mad if Chili's did it because I love their baby back ribs.
I don't like any of that food.
You don't know how to set a ribs from Chili's. though.
Gelina, Scopa.
Well, they're not chains,
I
though.
know.
A chain? A chain.
I'm not mad at Panera when I need a good.
I'm not mad
breakfast.
at Outback.
Outback's not bad.
Outback steaks, not terrible.
You might also get to walk out with a kangaroo. I don't know if they can supply that, but
It's true, or at least eat a kangaroo tail.
Yeah.
I ate Outback every night before I fought Gabriel Gonzaga for 5 nights in a row.
Is that right?
It was right next to where we were fighting, and I took the team every night to Outback.
P.F. Chang's isn't bad.
Ooh, P.F. Chang's a good one.
Yeah,
P.F. Chang's.
P.F. Chang's.
What would be the ad? It would obviously have to be Asian.
Everybody wants kung fu fighting.
Yeah.
Those kicks were fast as lightning.
And then I'm just there with sweet and sour chicken.
Yeah, just doing terrible, stereotypical stuff. Yeah, that sounds like a terrible ad.
Kimonos, horrible ad.
Hey guys, you want to get your China on?
Terrible ad.
Remember that? What was that movie in the Big Lebowski where he's like, "Well, he's a Chinaman. Please, it's an Asian American. Use the proper nomenclature." I say Chinaman.
When I was younger, I'd say that. I'd say, "Oh, look at the Chinese guy." And it's like he's clearly Japanese or Korean for sure. Figure it out.
Right. I'm that guy. I'm always like, he's Korean. I pride myself on knowing the difference
Well,
right away.
well, now you get older, you can tell. When you're a kid, it's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
When you're a kid from Denver, Colorado, you don't see a ton of Asians.
people just
you go
lump-
look at the Chinese guy.
We lump everybody together. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
all right, we'll go to the next one. This comes from Max Sween. Have Brendan Schaub do an impression of Callan and vice versa, since the impressions last time went so well.
Obviously.
Well,
That's all you got?
obviously.
That's all you got?
Obviously. Oh, really? Oh, I love this. This is my favorite. Obviously, he's lying. For sure. And obviously. But anyway, we met at Telegesia. We went to Telegesia. And night at the Talladega.
Roxbury Nights.
Night at the Roxbury was
Roxbury
that's
Nights.
my that's my impression of Brendan Shaw.
Yeah, here's my breakdown. You'd be surprised. Oh really? I've seen some street fights. I've fought all my life. I'm a national taekwondo champ. Insert Rogan. I've done some taekwondo, but I thought you were champ. I never said I was champ. I've been around fighting all my life, but you told me you just watched a couple of UFC fights. All my life, though. All my life, I've been champ.
Just
Oh,
exactly.
I know him.
Just a liar.
Really? You have Bradley Cooper's number in your phone. Oh, we just hung out last weekend. You were in Cincinnati last weekend. I saw him in Cincinnati. Okay, show me a cell phone. Not this phone, but that's your only phone, Brian. Pfft, whatever. That's Brian Cal.
Just a liar. Just a
compulsive liar.
48-year-old liar.
Compulsive liar. Or here's another impression of Brian. But this is cell phone talk. This is me to Brian Cal. Hey Brian, can you please post the new shirts? Make sure you use the correct website. Hold. 2 hours later. Yeah, no problem. Hold. Another hour later. 2 a.m. Makes the post. Wrong website. Wrong graphic. Horrible. Hey everyone, is your shirt falling apart? These are so comfy.
Buy these.
Abbott Kenny Fight Clubs. Didn't get that right. www.fighterkidshoppies.com.
Speaking of which, though, we got some shirts gonna drop soon.
Yeah, we do, Brian.
You want to mention that since it's timely?
Let's go. A couple more fan questions. I'll get to it. What else you got?
Let's do this one's from W. Beekman, future teacher here. Who was the best teacher you've ever had, and what made them stand out?
Real quick to him, do you hate money? Real quick to him, do you hate money? And are you can complain when you know you signed up to be a teacher and only get paid much, and you only work half the year?
Brendan, he's teaching the
and you
children.
get summers off?
Brendan, he's teaching
And you're
the
going to
children.
complain about pay? Just kidding.
It is
Hashtag
probably,
it's-
in a way.
it's true.
In a way.
You get summers off.
Just kidding, being honest.
Just kidding. Truth hurts. Just kidding. I will lend you money. And when you say teacher, you sure as fuck not be saying you're a gym teacher calling yourself a teacher.
Oof.
You better not be a PE teacher.
Oof.
My PE teacher, literally in sweats, shitty body,
Yeah.
glasses, stressed out,
Yeah.
shitty wife at home, kids everywhere, starving, fucking a power bar in his pocket, matching top bottom sweats,
That's like that
shitty
gym-
white New Balances. Literally comes up, we're going to play tag today. All right, I guess we'll play tag for an hour.
Oh God, kickball.
His name was Mr. Bubbles. I'm not making that up.
Bubbles.
I'm Coach Bubbles. Try being a fourth grader taking that guy serious.
Coach Bubbles, huh?
I'm Coach Bubbles. We're going to play crazy kickball.
Yeah. You're,
For sure, don't make up the rules.
Yeah, you're taking that job to be around kids, first of all. You know what I mean?
Wait, what was what was
in
the
an
question?
unhealthy
Any
way.
advice being a teacher?
What's the teacher? Who was the best teacher you've ever had, and what made them stand out?
Best teacher I ever had. I mean, in school.
100% in school and obviously. 100%.
Obviously.
Yeah, but so you mean like a teacher in school?
Or like-
Because I've had like some teachers in life. No, bitch,
wait.
in school.
Uh,
An actual teacher,
Best teacher
professor.
was a guy named John Murphy, I believe.
You know his first name?
professor,
You know his first
I
name?
believe in my professor in college who had read every book that you could name. He was a scholar. and
Bullshit. But you know,
best-
carry on.
he was
though.
a history professor of mine, and he was the most incredible man.
Why?
He had a stroke and he was paralyzed on one side of his body, and I never met anybody. It was the first time I realized somebody could be that human. Like he had the biggest heart on the planet and knew fucking everything.
Is this the theory of everything?
It might be.
He was like a genius, but he's like in a wheelchair, and I was in England.
Like this genius janitor who was always finishing these
He
problems.
walked around. He walked around.
You're describing the plot of Good Will Hunting.
He was the smartest, most brilliant, kindest person. Like when you listen to him speak, you'd be like, I want the world to be just like him.
But why? Can you explain why? Because
his ability to
were you a janitor at school?
No, a great teacher's ability. His ability to not only impart wisdom, but also to show you why it was important to learn and why it was important to pay attention to this over here instead of all the noise that is our culture. That's what he said. I remember he said we live in a culture that does not make us feel good about ourselves.
True.
Because it emphasizes the wrong things. It shines a light on the things you think are important when they're not. And I never forgot that. He had the biggest heart, a true, teachers, that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to teach you where to look. They're supposed to teach you how to solve problems. They're supposed to teach you where to look to solve problems.
Yeah, it's more about just books. It has
Life.
to be more about that.
Yeah, or just life lessons. But the reason you read books is because there are great ideas that are stuck in those books. That's why you read books. When you read a good book, somebody's making an argument for how the world can be a better place. That's why I always say read a book because you'll learn much more. Those people, if it's the right book, those people spent 10 or 20 years. I'm thinking of Jared Diamond, who wrote an amazing book called Guns, Germs, and Steel.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably a good professor, though.
No, but I'm being serious. He said it took 20 years to answer a question, which was, why is it that Northern Europeans, a guy from Guinea who was black said, why do you white people have everything and we have nothing? And he was black. And that took him 20 years to answer that question. It had nothing to do with genetics, of course. It had to do with geography and things. The point is that a good teacher is the one who tells you where to look to find the answers. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bryan Count.
My teacher.
Brendan falls asleep, literally holding his head on his
As far as teachers go, I had a teacher named Mr. Decker at Whittier College, taught a business class. I remember he's the first teacher. Granted, it was a smaller class. Real quick, my teachers at University of Colorado, CU, I didn't learn shit. I didn't learn anything. I learned nothing. Hey, thanks for the education. I learned nothing.
Nothing.
I just went in, took the test, passed, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Bullshit. But at a private college that I went to, Whittier, we had a business professor, Mr. Decker, and he's the first guy. He could relate to the kids. You know, when you get in there, when the guy's so damn old and he has criteria,
teaching by rote.
and he just walks in the classroom and goes, okay, today we're gonna learn Civil War, okay, and then just goes through this whole agenda.
Yeah.
Kids can't relate to that,
No.
man. It's boring as shit, and you're writing notes. This Mr. Decker, he held everyone responsible, and I remember it was the first the class where I would study for, because he would say, listen, you're not going to raise your hand. I just randomly call on people every day, whoever I want. And you better be ready. Because I think if you don't know the answer for 3 of them, you fail the class. So kids were, he held kids responsible.
Yeah.
But in a cool way.
Made it fun.
Yeah. He made it fun, but also it was important. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody learns differently, too. Some people learn under pressure like that. Other people learn in another way. That's the other
Yeah, he was good. As far as coaching goes, best coach I've ever had, I've had a lot of them. I don't know, man. Maybe which is crazy to say, but the best coach I've ever had is Lauren Lando. He was my strength and conditioning coach, just because he cared so much, but he's also so smart.
Yeah, great guy.
Here's a story for you about Lauren Lando. So when I got offered the gig on The Ultimate Fighter, I had a torn MCL. I went onto the show with a torn MCL, and I remember. I trained with Lauren all through football, everything. I went away from him for a year. We'd still talk, but I wasn't training with him. And then to get ready for the Ultimate Fighter, I started training with him. And then during practice, tore my MCL or meniscus. I forget. Either way, I told Lauren, I go to him, I go, hey, man, you got to check out my leg. He checks out. He does all these tests, right? Has me see a physical therapist. And then he goes, well, and this was like 3 days before I was going into the house. He goes, well, I got the results. He goes, now, this is what I think we should do. He goes, does it matter, Brendan? Does it matter what if I tell you? I go, why? He goes, you're going to do this regardless. And if I tell you have this or you don't,
That's
it
a
doesn't
really
matter.
interesting question, man.
Yeah, he goes, regardless what these results are, you have to take this gig and you have to pretend your leg's not hurting. So I'm not going to tell you what it is. Jesus. I'm going to tell you have to do well on this show.
That's being a pro athlete. Fuck.
Yep.
That's being a pro.
And so
Because
I
he
went
knew no matter what that result, you were fighting.
I know. He's like, what are you going to do? Say you're not going to go because you have a torn, meniscus? No, man. He's like, I know you, and you have to take advantage of this opportunity. He goes, so I'm not going to tell you. Didn't tell me. Went in, made it to the finals, won every fight in the house.
What was it?
It was a torn meniscus, partially torn meniscus.
And how bad was the pain?
It was bad, but by him not telling me, I always remember thinking, like, during practice, and you don't want to show that you're hurt.
No.
Because then guys are going to go for your knees, guys are going to go for that, you know what I'm saying? Leg lock, stuff like that. So I never said anything about it my entire time on the show. I never iced it, nothing, because I didn't want anyone to know. I just pop ibuprofen like crazy. You couldn't take painkillers. So I take, like crazy painkillers. Ibuprofen is a painkiller, but I take painkillers nonstop.
Jesus.
Like freaking, I'd probably take 12 of them a day just to get through the day.
Damn. Just because your knee was so fucked up.
Oh, it throbbed. But I remember thinking, it can't be that bad if Lauren didn't tell me.
Yeah. It's not a torn ACL or something.
Wasn't good, though. Yeah, Lauren's the best coach I ever had. My high school coach was great. Smartest coach I've ever had. Coach Watson, offense coordinator at University of Colorado. Guy's a mastermind. You want to talk about a hard job? Be a college coach.
Yeah.
Nah. Forget that. You want to talk about long hours? They don't see their family?
No,
No off season. They work nonstop.
it's crazy.
They prepare practice all day. They write a game plan for the practice. They have to come up with a game plan for the week. You have to execute it. Then they go after practice. They have to break down tape, formations, come back the next morning.
No, thank you. I'm already bored. Holy shit.
Horrible, man.
You got to love
Coach?
football. You got to love the shit out of
What?
football.
Nah. Carry on. I've had some great coaches, man. Great coaches. I can't even tell you all of them.
Damn.
All right, we'll wrap on this
I've
one.
had some horrible ones now I think about it, though. Carry on.
What's the worst coach you've ever had?
Ooh, man. Worst coach I've ever had. I'm not going to mention his name, but it was a coach I played with. He coached some Heisman winners. He was he coached the who's who. He coached at the biggest colleges in the world. He coached in the NFL. On paper, he's amazing. In person, he was horrible. He was racist. He even said in the meeting, it was me and all black guys. In the meeting, he goes, he's watching tape, and it was of another team. It was of Nebraska. Breaking down tape, and he goes, I don't get it, man. And I think it was a white running back on Nebraska. He goes, I don't get why culture and society understand this. White people just can't do what blacks can do. Why have them on the field? I have no idea. And you're like, well, okay. I'm out here busting my chops for you.
Interesting.
And I just remember, I was like, all right.
He was like, Schaub's definitely not white anyway.
It was fucked up, man. I just remember thinking, I'll tell you off the air, the caliber and the guys he coached, like, how the fuck did you make it this far?
Yeah.
How the fuck did you make it far? You gotta remember, a lot of coaching's buddy system.
It is?
Ton of it is. So you and this coach were GAs together at University of Miami. One of you makes it as an offense coordinator somewhere. So you hire your buddy who's working at some community college in defensive line to be the defensive line coach at University of Nebraska. Well, then that guy gets a head coaching job at University of Minnesota. Well, then you bring this dumbass who's the D-line coach. So then they have friends, and it's all buddy system. It's interesting.
Let's wrap up.
All right.
Last one, Ev.
Let's wrap this one up. This one is from Jamie O'Byrne. Needs some motivation. Struggling to hit the gym. What's the 2-minute drop the Cheetos speech that'll get me to lift my shield at 6 a.m.? Give it to him, Shabby.
6 a.m. is a bitch, huh?
Is it though?
But what do you want? He's not asking himself, first of all, what he wants. Here's a question. Here's what I'd say. If you couldn't fail, what would you want? If you were granted everything you asked for, what would it be? Ask yourself that question. You have to confront a lot of shit about yourself.
I would also say, are you exactly where you want to be? Are you exactly where and what you want to be doing? When you were a kid, I don't know what he's doing. Let's say, for example, he's the guy that makes cappuccinos at Starbucks. When you were a kid, were you like, you know what? I want to make the best damn cappuccino in the world. If that's your dream, then cool. Don't go to the gym. Keep doing what you're doing. You're exactly where you should be. Or if you want to make something of yourself and be better, it starts with discipline. Whether it's at the gym at 6 a.m. or it's being on strict diet Monday through Friday and not partying and being the best you can. And it starts with that 6 a.m. workout. I'm telling you, if you have the discipline to wake up at 6 a.m., do whatever. Run on the treadmill, go to the gym, read a book, listen to a podcast, whatever you want to do.
Slow.
Do something at 6 a.m. and just that discipline is going to lead to better things in all aspects of your life.
You and I had a really interesting conversation we'll touch on in closing on this, but because you've got to define what you could do. When you just say I'm going to the gym, what are you looking to do? Get in shape? You want to look better? Do you want to learn a skill? Do you want to be better at jiu-jitsu or boxing? Or, I mean, is there something you'd like to be good at? Ask yourself that question.
I think for him it's lifting weights.
You and I talked about this where you said failure's not an option. We were talking about some stuff. And I was like, yeah, we're doing fine or whatever. And you said, it depends on what your definition of failure is. Your definition of failure, you could be doing just fine. That's failure to you. And you've got to define what you really want, because success, for you and I, the metric is very high. You know, it just is. Like, by a lot of stretch, you know, if you look at my life, I've been successful, and it's a very good year for me and all that.
Again, define success.
I don't feel successful. I mean, I'm successful, but I certainly don't feel like, I feel like there's just a lot more I could do. So it really all depends on, because I have a very, very different idea of what success is. My bar is very fucking high.
I think everyone does.
Has a different definition
of success.
Yeah, but your
like to me, my definition
is very high.
It's crazy high.
Yeah,
like my definition of success is really if you don't have the belt in the UFC, it wasn't a successful mission. Which is people are like, oh, that's ridiculous. Less than 1% of people are UFC champs. And just for example, if your goal is to be a wrestler, if your goal is not to win a gold medal in the Olympics, you're selling yourself short.
Yeah.
Then why the fuck are you doing it? Why are you doing it?
Right.
If you start a podcast and your goal is to meet once a week and just do okay, sometimes you show up, you schedule other stuff, you're not there half the time, and you know, but you have a podcast. Well, some people, being successful is just having a podcast and being able to tweet it out. Success to me is being ranked number 1, making $70,000 a month off your podcast.
Yeah.
I think it is different. Success to me as a comedian is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. That's right. And it changes, and you'll have ups and downs, but you got to be reaching for something that, you know, again, you got to be reaching for something that would surprise you, that would shock you, that excites you.
It shouldn't surprise you, though.
Well,
nothing that's ever happened in my life surprised me.
Even if it does, it's fine. Just try to reach beyond yourself. Like, just again, a good exercise is, if I couldn't fail, what would I really want? Ask yourself that question. You have to confront a lot of shit. If I couldn't fail, what would I want? But
it starts with discipline. Listen,
well, I think discipline starts with, I actually think it becomes purpose too. You got to be purpose driven. Right?
You have to have a purpose, yes,
Yeah.
but you have to be disciplined. So if you're disciplined enough to wake up at 6 a.m., I'm telling you, it's going to make everything in your life more disciplined.
Yeah.
Because you're not just going to be that guy who wakes up 6 a.m. and then go out every night boozing with your buddies, playing grab ass.
Right.
We've talked about this.
Yep.
We know a lot of people who,
Correct.
You know what it is? It's being it's being satisfied where you're at in
I
life.
mean,
That's what it is.
My wife said to me yesterday, I was saying, no, I'll be fine. I'll be satisfied. She goes, you'll be on your deathbed. You're going to be like, I should have done this, or I could have been. Yeah, probably.
You know, the brain generally works. It remembers bad memories better than the positive ones.
Really?
That's the way your brain, because a lot of the negative memories are so traumatizing. That's what your brain remembers best.
Right.
Which sucks, man.
Yeah, but
like I bet you if you ask Michael Jordan some of his fondest memories, a lot of them are going to be failures.
I believe that. I certainly think about the failures a lot of times, and you have to not indulge that. You want peace of mind in your life. Peace of mind is important. You want fulfillment and peace of mind, but that comes from accomplishment and driving toward a goal, in my opinion. I just think it does.
The other thing that people forget, and we'll end on this, is stress is good. You want stress.
As long as you know what to do with it.
If you don't have stress in your life, you're not working hard enough, or you don't have high enough goals.
You always say that. I like that expression you said. If you're not afraid, if your goals don't scare you.
Yeah, if you're not afraid, then your goals.
That's what I
aren't big
mean by
enough.
shock yourself and surprise yourself. If your goals don't scare you.
But if you have those goals and you visualize those goals, they shouldn't scare you when you get them.
Yeah.
When my second fight, I fought some clown, beat the shit out of him. They gave me the mic. I called out Frank Mir and Josh Barnett because that's who I would vision myself competing against every night.
Yeah.
So when I got on the mic, calling out, everyone's like, "You're fucking crazy."
Right.
Fast forward 4 years later, I'm in the octagon with Gabriel Gonzaga and Mirko Krokop. No one's surprised because
Yeah.
I dreamt that every single night.
Yep.
Not surprised.
You kept it in
Sign
the
me
forefront
up.
of your mind.
Well, I expected to be there.
Yep.
What can you do?
Good
What
stuff.
can you do? Hopefully that helped the guy. Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time. 6 p.m. Pacific. People get upset because they don't understand Pacific time, California time. That's where we live. That's where we're based out of. The Fighter and the Kid shop.com. Abbott Kenny Fight Club original tees are back. I think you'd be surprised. Tees are back in original blue with white text, maroon with white text, and a new color combo. Shocking, I know. Gray with black text. They're back. They're back, and it's a large order. It's a larger order, so people can't complain. You'll be able to get one. I would suspect they will go fast, but it's a bigger order.
Yeah, and of course I won't mention what it is, but you did design something that looked pretty awesome that I hope we make because I want one.
Yeah,
Just a little teaser.
Yeah, we got some new Chicken Head Social Club tees dropping soon.
We
Probably
already
about a
dropped
month.
Those are good.
We got some new ones.
Ooh, those
we
look
got
good.
some new ones. TheFireandTheKidShop.com. Get everything you need there. Like I said, Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific. Also, if you like the show, tell a friend, have a friend, tell his girlfriend, tell a cousin, tell a brother, sister, to write a review on iTunes. Spread the word. Spread the word,
Spread the
Bryan.
word, guys.
Spread the
Spread the
word.
good
The
news.
bird is the word. iTunes reviews, they help us. They help the show. This is The Fire and the Kid. We're out.